Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. I hope you are all good. Now we all know, I love a hot glue gun, and this video is in collaboration with Tills All Tools. They contacted me and asked me if they could send me a new glue gun to try out. Of course I said yes. You would have all seen the state of my old one. Let's go. So as I'm opening the box, I can see that it does come with an instruction manual. Now, if you don't know how to use a glue gun, I would definitely recommend watching this. It will talk about temperatures and safety while you're using it. It also comes with a warranty card so that if anything goes wrong in that space of time, you can contact them. They've also sent me a whole bag of 100 glue sticks. These are 7mm glue sticks, which is great because all of my other ones are too, and I've got a lot. First thing I notice, it's got a really tiny, teeny nib, and I like that. I feel like it gives me more control. So I've just popped in a glue stick and it takes up the entire gun. Usually my glue sticks hang out the back of my old one, and it's got a super handy little clip, and that's it. Just going to turn it on and wait. Now my go-to colours in this video are my black Rust-Oleum chalk paint, mainly because it's the only black I have, but also I love the results I get when I use it. You can use black acrylic, silver, gold, any other colours that fits your Halloween scheme. Now, okay, idea number one. You would have seen this last year. I will post the video here above. You can use your silicone molds for hot glue. It is the most handy, quickest way to get a decal for your Halloween crafts. If you just wanted something quick to make, these are ideal. Now, I would definitely recommend just using small silicone molds, something like you're seeing on the screen here. Big ones would take so much glue, it might not be financially worth it. But here you see me, they do get way messier than anything else, so you do kind of have to pick off the edges, but I wouldn't worry too much about that. And again, it's picked up the debris from my mold to be spray painting it. This is what it looks like spray painted with that black. And you all know I love a highlight in silver, so I just use a kitchen sponge to highlight everything that you're going to see in this video. The second idea, you would have also seen this 2 years ago when I made my apothecary bottles. This is my favourite mug, my go-to mug. I use it all year round. I've had it for years. I had the idea of tracing this sugar skull because I wanted some decal for the front of my apothecary bottles. If you haven't seen that video, again, I will link it here. But all I did was wrap it in cling film. I did 2 layers of cling film. And all I'm going to do is trace. I'm not tracing every tiny little intricate detail. What I'm doing is I'm getting the eyes, I'm getting the mouth, and really for the rest of it, I'm just what I call messy glue, like this. I'm messy gluing it. What this is going to do is secure all of the pieces together because there were gaps. So you're going to lose some of that glue if you actually follow the pattern to a T. Now hot glue does get stuck to cling film, and that's absolutely fine. You can get some of it off, but then you can use scissors for those intricate little parts. And this is what it looks like on the jar you would have seen last year or the year before. Guys, I'm losing track of time. You would have seen it in my videos previously. Now the third idea, I might also lose track of numbers here guys, but the third idea is to use your silicone mat. If you have a silicone mat for resin, they are ideal for hot glue. They will take the hot glue beautifully. And then once you've left it to cool down and go cold, you can just simply peel it straight off of your silicone mat. So you could do letters, words, numbers, anything that you want to create. It's ideal. This is what it looks like spray painted, and you know I have to go in with a little bit of silver highlight. I would use this on the front of a Halloween book or to decorate something flat, maybe a Halloween picture frame. The fourth idea is to go straight on to glass. So avoiding the silicone mat, you can go straight on to your glassware and create some patterns. You would have seen this last year and the year before on my channel. I love this more than anything. This is my favorite go-to method, just to go straight on to your item. And on this glass jar, you can see I'm just creating a spider web, and then I turn the glass jar around just to show you the difference between an actual structured pattern and messy, because I love messy. Here we go with the messy. This creates an embossed surface on which you can paint. After you've spray painted, you can then highlight it with your silver or your gold or your purple or whatever your colour scheme is. This is what it looks like spray painted, and yeah, I've got to do it. I've got to go in with the kitchen sponge. And this is what the messy looks like. I love this. I love it. You would have seen this on previous makes. I made this book last year, this Halloween apothecary book, and I used that messy technique around all of the edge of the book, and I just think it works amazing. Now, of course, if you don't feel confident to freehand, you can, of course, either write your words out or you can type them out and print them off on your printer and trace over those. Now, I'm also going to be looking at tracing. This is another method that I have used myself. In a past video, you would have seen this is what it looks like on the books when I actually do it straight on to the books. But again, if you don't want to do that and you want to trace, we can pretend this is a Google image, a poorly drawn bat. But you can then use baking parchment, so oven-proof paper works a dream. You can create your image, so imagine all of those gorgeous images on Google. You can print them off, put your oven paper over the top and trace directly on. We're going to ignore the fact that this is a very poorly drawn and poorly created bat, okay? For the purposes of the video, I'm just showing you. It peels off of your oven-proof paper like a dream. Ignore the bat. Just ignore the bat. This is something else I like to do. Spider webs. Now, these can be used as decor. You can hang them in your home, or you can, again, create them like you would create the tree, or like I have done, you can put them straight onto your bottles. But these silicone mats really are a dream to work with. They will be linked down below. I tend to use them for my resin, and they peel off like a dream. I have to say, can we take a moment to appreciate this transition? I did not plan that. I don't know how that happened, but yay me. And here I am just highlighting it. Again, you could use this on the front of your spell books or on some flat Halloween home decor. The fifth, where are we guys? Sixth? I don't know anymore. Let's pretend. The next idea is to create jewellery. Now, you can either put your clasp straight into your mould, or as I prefer to do, put a dot down on your silicone mat, push your hot glue creation down, spray paint them black. How gorgeous do these look? Highlighted in silver. Perfect for a night out, especially because hot glue is so quick. And if you've got nothing to wear in your ears, that's a great idea. We cannot forget the good old traditional candle wax. Now, you can do it 2 ways, or probably 10. You can do it straight on your cardboard without colouring it, or you can colour your cardboard first and then put the wax on. This is going to give you 2 different effects. The one on the right that's already painted black will give you that natural white wax look. The one on the left, you can then spray paint black and the whole thing will be black. I actually adore both, and of course this could be red if you wanted to paint it red, but I found another use for it. I had this label, Dead Man's Fat, yum, and I figured that the hot glue would give this effect of fat oozing out of the jar, so you can think about lots of other ways to use it as well. So this idea here is Pinterest inspired. I found this on my Pinterest. This is absolutely not my original idea, but I love it. I'm working vertically right now, so I've got the board up right and I'm filming directly facing it just so that I can get that hot glue to drip down. And these create the most beautifully gory blood drip earrings and they look so cool. I'm just using red acrylic paint, but I'm giving it a stabbing motion because what that does is it frees up some of the white glue underneath and it just gives it a more gory feel. Now, this one here, okay, this is not hot glue, don't get excited, but I saw this in Poundland, £1. This is when you have to weigh up. Is it worth it? Is it really worth creating this out of hot glue when you can buy it for £1? But I wanted to try and I wanted to show you the possibilities that are out there. So I got some oven-proof parchment paper and I laid it over the top. I'm not going to be doing all of the details that you see on the mask. I'm just going to be doing the eyes and the outline. I I took the mask away because I really don't need it at this point. I just created some spider web lines. What you want to do here is make sure that all of the hot glue is joined up somehow. If there are big gaps like you can see top left right now, it will fall apart when you take it off. So you need to make sure that you use that messy technique and get it all combined into one piece. And because it's oven-proof, heat-proof paper, peels off like a dream, and I love it once it's sprayed. Of course, I cannot stop there. I have to add the ribbon and actually create a functional mask using it. I've put it on, it works a dream, the eyes. This is why I used the Poundland mask as a template to make sure that I got the eyes in the right place. So I'm putting a blob of hot glue down on the silicone mat, placing my ribbon down, more hot glue on top that's going to sandwich the ribbon, place your mask down, and you have got yourself a functioning mask. But of course, again, I can't stop there. I feel like it needs a little bit of bling, so I'm going to be using these teardrop diamantes to spice it up a little bit. And how pretty does it look? You would have also seen me use this technique, this messy glue technique, for a crown that I created for a skull last year in my Halloween lantern. Loved it. The penultimate idea is to use this DC Fix mirror adhesive paper on some foam board to create miniature mirrors or windows or even picture frames for your Halloween creations. And I used this last year in an apothecary cabinet and it came out so incredible. You're going to use your hot glue to create frames for these pieces, and I'm just going around with the messy technique. I then turn my hot glue gun off. I wait about a minute. That glue will have cooled down. That will give me a lower temperature glue to create a second layer, which will give me this texture. Of course, then I'm going to go over and highlight all of those raised areas with my silver acrylic. This technique is probably my favorite to create miniature pieces. I love them so much. Then hot glue around the edges, stick your frames on, and you've got some gorgeous miniature mirrors. And you would have seen these mirrors used last year in my apothecary cabinet, where I created them to bring some light to the darkest of spaces. This was probably one of my most favourite Halloween creations to date. I adore apothecary cabinets, and every technique used on this box are techniques I've used in today's video. The final creation from me in this video is going to be a hot glue necklace. I'm using a chain because it's easy, it's cheap, it's a costume jewellery chain. It already has the clasp and that just makes everything easy. So I am hot gluing that chain into the rest of the design using the traditional spider web. Remembering to reinforce that spider web with much more line because it will fall apart if it's too weak. So I'm just going in, maintaining the spider web look. This is definitely one of my favourite jewellery creations. Honestly, I just love it all. Honestly, peeling this off from the silicone mat is my favourite thing to do. Of course, I spray painted it with my black. I couldn't finish it there, so I added in some more hot glue creations to create a pattern on the front. Love it. Has to be highlighted to bring it to life. I just feel like the highlighting adds a completely different dimension. And yeah, it looks store-bought. What do you think? Let me know your thoughts in the comment section down below. I have enjoyed using this glue gun for sure, and I will be using it in all future projects. Thank you to Tillswell for that. I will put the information for the glue gun down below. Do not forget to leave me a comment, guys, and definitely give it a thumbs up if you like what you see. It helps my channel and it helps YouTube push it out. If you've lasted this long, well done. We're at 13 minutes. So 13 designs in 13 minutes. Are there even 13 designs? I don't know, to be honest with you. I did lose count at one point. But I hope you've enjoyed this, and I hope it's given you some ideas in ways to use your hot glue gun this Halloween. Let me know what you're going to use it for. And yeah, keep your eyes peeled on my community tab. I've got an exciting, my very first YouTube live on the 23rd of October. Cannot wait. It's going to be a craft with me. You're not going to sit and watch, guys. You're going to get your hot glue gun out and you're going to join me. So check out my community tab for all of the information on there. I've got a shopping list there for you and everything you'll need to join me crafting live on the 23rd of October. Until the next video, I will see you all then. Bye.